What's up, everybody? I'm Damon Hatfield. This is Justin Davis, and we're talking about the new iPhones that Apple just announced today. They announced the 8 and the 10.
Yeah. Don't call it the iPhone X, by the way. It's
Nope.
the iPhone 10. You may not know. Little known fact, the Roman numeral for 10 is an X.
Xbox One X, iPhone 10.
Companies hate 9. You
Yeah,
skipped
I
Windows
know.
9.
There was a Mega Man 9, though. Fun fact.
There's a lot to talk about with the iPhone 10, but the most striking thing is obviously the screen, right?
Yeah, they moved. No more home button.
No more
Get
home
outta
button.
here.
The screen goes, sort of corner to corner, edge to edge. It's a 5.8, I think it's actually 5.85 inch screen. It's got a high Retina display, high resolution. I wrote it down here so I wouldn't forget. 458 pixels per inch, and we do reach a point where, you need a 4K television, or there's an argument to make your TV at home higher resolution because you're sitting farther away from it and it's a very big display. But with the phone that's right in front of your face, it's already pretty optimized. That's what Retina display means. We're at the point where a higher res screen doesn't make so much of a difference, but they're making other improvements to the screen. It's an OLED display now, and it's an HDR display in the iPhone for the first time. A high dynamic range will allow watching movies or multimedia, Netflix, things like that on your phone will look better than they ever have before.
And there's all this facial recognition technology built into the phone.
Yeah, so it's sort of an extension of, they even walked us through that history during the presentation. It used to be swipe to unlock, and then they sort of graduated to Touch ID, which was, their name for fingerprint, recognition in the previous home buttons. And now it's facial recognition, and they're just trying to make that experience, as seamless as possible, where they don't really want you thinking about having a device in your hand and sort of fumbling with it and fiddling with it. They just want you pull your phone up, you look at it, and it works. I personally have some sort of privacy concerns around, Facebook too. It's going to be everybody in the future. Sure Apple, sure everyone. Just take my face, it's fine. Scan those 30,000 dots, I don't care. So on a personal level, I'm a little queasy about it. But as a day-to-day consumer, as someone that just wants the latest and hottest thing,
I bet you want to play with those Animojis, though.
Oh, goodness gracious, no.
No,
I
thank
don't.
you.
I am not the target market for the Animojis.
Demographic.
A little thing, but last thing I want to say about the screen is they sort of glossed over it in their presentation, but that screen is actually more durable now. And it's like these sort of, they talk about these fiddly pieces of camera tech that maybe only matter to people that are, professional photographers or, really hardcore photographers. All these sorts of features and functions that they spend all their time on. But the reality is, you drop your phone and it breaks, and that's the worst feeling. And so little details like that, like little ways that they continue to improve their phone, like, just more durable glass, less likely to break, when you drop it on the sidewalk. Sure. Stuff like that is worth, I think, highlighting and lauding, even though it's not going to be a headline-worthy sort of improvement.
So the base model of the iPhone 10 is $1,000.
Goodness gracious!
We're reached a level where our smartphones cost $1,000.
$999 US. That's for 64 gigabytes, and it's actually buried on their website. But if you dig through Apple.com, the 256 gigabyte version is $1,150, so $1,150.
Yeah.
150 more, which there's a big gap there.
I know. There's no middle ground.
But to me, it feels like, $999 is already in crazy town.
Yeah,
right?
so if you're there already.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a room. Let's just move into crazy town and spend the dough for the 256 gigabytes.
Leave the bottle, bartender. The iPhone 10 goes on sale for pre-order on October 27th, which is just another thing to throw on the pile of big entertainment,
it's the
pop culture
craziest
things
day, right?
happening on that day. Super Mario Odyssey, Assassin's Creed Origins, Wolfenstein 2, Stranger Things, and a new Saw movie, actually, too.
And iPhone 10.
And iPhone 10 now. They also announced the iPhone 8.
Yep.
But it's, it seems to be completely overshadowed now by the 10.
Well, I will say, I sort of poked at Apple a minute ago for talking about their fiddly camera tech. They spend so much time on it, and the average person is just pointing their photo at, they're just snapping selfies and taking pictures of, the sunset, same things that everybody does. So I give them credit for, they do seem to balance, if you're a really, really serious photographer and serious about it, iPhone is still point and shoot, so how serious can you be? But they also have stabilization tech in there to do things like, if you're just an average person taking a picture of your kid, those photos are less likely to be blurry, and they're more likely to turn out well and have a little bit fancier depth of field without the user having to do anything. So I'm glad that they do sort of strike a balance between, here's something for a serious photographer, and here's something that's just trying to take some home movies and have you end up with better looking home movies. And that camera tech is in the 8 and it's in the 10 as well.
So the iPhone model line now, I think there's like 5 different iPhone models.
Well, why not?
Because
and
there's the budget one, which is the SE.
Well, and you also have, we're not even going to get into it in this convo, but the phone, or your watch cannot make phone calls.
Yeah, there's also the watch.
So there's now a watch that makes your phone obsolete, and there's now a new phone, and then there's also a newer phone than that.
Yep.
That all makes sense to everybody, right?
Yeah, but we're all on the same page now. We definitely want to know what you think about both the iPhone 8 and the iPhone 10. Let us know in the comments, and for reviews of both of these new phones, stay tuned, IGN.